Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Good evening. Welcome to another BEJ official live stream, right? It is Wednesday morning in Tokyo, Japan. The time is 10:15 a.m. And yeah, if you have not subscribed to this channel in the past, please consider doing so upon watching this video. As you guys can see from the title, we have, or there will be, a new schedule. Um, it's going to be, as you guys know, I've been talking about this for a little bit. So this is not brand new. So we're going to change the schedule to, I'm thinking once or twice per week, right? So definitely Sunday morning, Japan Standard Time. So Sundays at, we're moving from 10 back to 9 o'clock. So 9 a.m. in the mornings on Sundays, right? So Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Japan Standard Time. And I'm also thinking about Thursday as well as the second day. Same time, 9 a.m. JST. So we're moving it back 1 hour from, I'm actually even thinking of doing it even earlier than than 9 to maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, actually. So maybe let me know, like, let's feed you guys out and see what you guys think about that time. So yeah, because I want to do it earlier in the day. I think 9, between 8 and 9 in the morning, my time should be good for me. But let's see what you guys are saying. How you guys doing? Earl, what's up? Endeavorwin, how you doing? NY Finest, what's up? What's up? Tipito, how you doing? So early saying, I'm still waiting for my oxtail dinner with a huge slice of rum cake and sour sop juice. Yeah, that sounds very appetizing. Yeah, the yeah, I don't know, man. I really like doing the daily. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, man. I feel like I should do less. I feel like I'm giving you guys too much of myself. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should just like wheel back in a little bit and just like, come on, maybe once or twice per week, maybe once. But I think I'm feeling once per week more than I'm feeling twice per week, actually. But when it comes on to the type of the variety that I want to bring, I feel like once per week might not be enough because, for instance, if I want to do a live, well, the live interviews, I'm thinking of doing those exclusively. It depends. Since there's still interviews, I'm thinking of doing those on the main channel, and then the, what do you call it? Um, the like these type of live streams and maybe just exploration streams outdoors, etc. I'll do it on this channel. But the yeah, interviews on the main channel. So I'm thinking about that. But once per week, if for instance we're gonna do the cooking thing, all right, if we're gonna do that, then the question is, when do we do it? If it's once per week. And then maybe there's a week where we want to go outdoors. So that's another thing. And maybe we want to have a different type of live streams. But I feel like I'm more leaning toward one. So you can imagine 7 days per week to 1 day per week. So I'm gonna have to fight myself to not come on because I like doing this. But yeah, I'm gonna um, yeah, once per week. I think I'm feeling Sunday more than even Sunday and Thursday for some reason. So Sunday, even earlier, man, like Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday 8 a.m. Very, very early. Well, maybe for some people it's early, I'm not sure. But 8 o'clock, what do you guys think? Nick, how you doing, Nick? From LA. What's up? What's up? Earl said, isn't there any love for Earl? What I'm to do without the show? I feel like I'm dying. Don't die, please. Juanita, how you doing? Lamin, what's up? What's up? Been a while. It's because yesterday I had to go to the lab. The vampires call for their blood. No, it wasn't. It has nothing to do with that. I'm waiting for a feedback. Y'all didn't say nothing, but I guess it doesn't matter. Like, because you guys were just like, if we're on, you guys might come on. If we're not on, you guys will find something else to do, I guess. But I just wanted some feedback from you guys still. But so it's not a matter of me not wanting to do it because it would free me up a little bit, but I enjoy doing it. So it's gonna be hard for me as well not to do it, just to come on, especially when I come on and just like talk to you guys. It's kind of cool. It's cool. But you guys will, once I do it, you guys will be seeing a lot less of me. I'm gonna be in the shadows. They're gonna be like, "Where's Renzo?" I don't know, but let's see what happens. Busy Mike, what's up? How you doing, Earl? This could cause our brother to drink. I'm crying inside. No, man, come on. Have you watched all the videos we have on the main channel? If not, then I think you do have some some videos to occupy your time. Luke, how you doing? Christian Hunter, what's up? Terry, how you doing? Earthlings, how you doing? What's up? So I'm still waiting. I'm here. Like no one, y'all ain't saying no. Okay, so okay, cool. All right, so there will be no withdrawal on your part. So I guess I'm fine then. I'm fine then. Yeah. So Sundays in the morning. At I wonder if you know what we'll just do 8 o'clock. So Sunday in the morning 8 a.m. Japan Standard. So some people might still be sleeping depending where you are, and it's a Sunday, and elsewhere in the world I'm not sure, but we'll make it work. Let's see what happens. Aloysius, how you doing? Christian, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Tipito. Yeah. I like doing it, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm having mixed feelings about doing the daily. I guess one of the biggest things I understand, like, I'm not sure if you guys are really like getting value from the live streams. I don't really think so. Mostly it's just like talking and we're just like chilling. So it's more like really casual, me just hanging out and stuff. I could like make it like way more, but I'm like doing so many other things. I'm just like, I really don't have the time really to like sit down and think about the live stream that much, because this is more like, as you guys know, free flowing, winging it. So I think that's fine. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, like, should I keep doing it? Because I think you guys, I'm not sure what you guys really receive from the live stream. Like, what have you guys been receiving? How do you guys feel about it? Because I'm doing this for you guys more than I'm doing it for myself, actually. So if you guys can maybe tell me, like, what do you like? What's the sense that you get from it? Maybe I can have a better idea of whether or not I should continue doing it as often as I'm doing it, or I should just scale back a little bit, and just come out maybe with a once per week banger live stream, or maybe twice per week. I'm not sure. So let's get a feel for you guys and see what you guys are saying. Like, what would you want to see, right? So maybe that can give me some idea. So Lamin said weekends might be nice to free you up for better content. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So yeah, your assumption is like, if I do it on the weekend, then I might have more time to plan the lives. Maybe not. But yeah, once per week, at least. Yeah, I don't know. Can you show us a bottle of sake and awamori on the BEJ Live Ranzo? I actually don't have any of those at my house. There's like 0 alcohol in the house, I think, right? So I'm not sure if I can't show you that. I could go to a store and show you that, or buy it just to show you it. That could be arranged. Tiptoe is family with you. Okay. So you guys are related. Cool. All that's left is coronavirus pandemic and the US president. Oh God, what did we do wrong? You need a topic for BEJ Live? No, not necessarily. No. Like, honestly, like there's a plethora. There's so many things we could talk about. But as I said before, this to me is almost like just a little fun thing to do. I just hop on, we talk, we chat. It's very, very free flowing. It's very relaxed. For the most part, it's very casual, right? So I kind of like that. I don't mind. I'm like, what? Yeah, this is like the stress-free type of like video versus like live stream versus everything else. So I'm just like, let me just hop on and just chill with you guys for a second. But I'm just wondering if it's like not the best use of time, even though it's just 1 hour, 2 hours sometimes. So I'm just trying to like, yeah, that's like where I'm at in my mind. I'm like, so I'm asking you guys like what you guys think about it, but no one is saying anything. So I guess you guys are just like, you go with the flow, regardless. Let's see. Terry says, Sundays in the morning, are you going to have a specific topic and allow the audience to chime in through calling, or would you just be randomly speaking? No, it won't be randomly speaking. It really depends. I think more so it might be a mix of maybe live interviews as well. It might be outdoor live streams, depending. It also might be what do you call it? Yeah, you guys can always call in. Like once we're doing a live stream, if it's a live interview, maybe not. Maybe I'll just read the comments, the questions that you guys have after the live stream, after the live interview. But yeah, I think it would be maybe more structured, definitely for sure. And I guess less laid back like this, even though I like it. The thing is, that's the thing is, I'm just like, I'm torn. I'm torn. I'm really torn. Ranzo, all I can say is please leave the cooking to Jan. Lamin said, I like it when the topic is deep, but sometimes just chatting occasionally is refreshing sometimes. Indeed, indeed. Says Soot. I like the live channel, but once a week is good. It would be good to have some guest speakers once in a while that are doing business in Asia or living in Asia. Understood. Jerome, what's up? How you doing? What's this? Ebere? Ebere? Is that what you said? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. From Spain. How you doing? No disrespect, but we don't want to rumble on a nonsense. Huh? What do you mean? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so I guess yes, I think you guys pretty much are on the same page for the most part with me with the live. I could still do daily, but since I'm saying a new schedule, it makes no sense to talk about that. So Sundays, and I'm thinking maybe Thursdays as well. So Thursdays in the morning, would not be this Thursday though. Would start from next week, so it would be Sunday and maybe Thursday as well. So I think maybe 2 days, but I'm really feeling drawn to like once per week. This reschedule. I can't say the word. Sometimes like I know the word, but my mouth won't form it for some reason. This rescheduling thing is considering will what? Okay, I think there might be a typo there. I guess will allow me to complete my manifesto on African people returning to the motherland. Oh, I see. Tipito, I will have withdrawals due to being used to your platform coming 7 days a week. 2 or 3 times a week is meeting almost halfway. I see. SD, how you doing? GS, how about a weekly broadcast and a midweek show half the time of the weekend show to review or briefly answer questions? So weekly broadcast, okay, and a midweek show half the time of the weekend show to review or okay, but what would the revision be? Like reviewing what in terms of? I understand the general idea, but what would you like to be reviewed? Q&A could be good. I've been meaning to do a Q&A. Maybe I'll do that, but I think I'll make Q&A like a video where you guys just send questions in and then like I do a video answering those questions. So let's see. But you said review what though? So I'm waiting for the response. Earl, Randall, please ignore any negativity that is generated by some folks' comments. Oh, I haven't really seen any negativity in the comment section. That's fine. Oh, you don't want any, I guess you mean rambling on about irrelevant issues, example, death, life, the summer. Well, like, look, if you're gonna come on a live stream with me, like those are things that might be discussed all the time. So that's fine. So yeah, I might talk about things that you guys might not really be into, but at least I'm into it. So I'll talk about that because I like talking about it, or I think it might be relevant. So in terms of that, yeah, I can't. There's no promises there because I know that I'll be talking about it going forward still. So Can't change that part of me. Bag money, it's almost like you get the whole package, right? Like this whole thing, you know, it's like it came from, I guess, came from my mind. So it's like you get where you get with it. It's just the way it is, right? You can't just say, I want this part if you're not this part. You get the whole package. I'm sorry. Yeah, what's in the mind you get. Bag money. Hey y'all, I missed a whole topic, but show every day. Hmm? Earl White, I feel the majority of folks on here are with you, my brother. Terry, what's up? How you doing? In UQ, the few days that were skipped were noticed. I'm enjoying the daily shows. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like when I miss one day, it feels like, I don't know. It feels like it's a long time. You know, like it's just one day. I remember, when was it? When was it? I think I took one day. Like I had like a million things to do. Like I think I don't remember when it was, and it felt like it was like days. I'm like, man, when was the last time I did a live stream? And it was like maybe 2 days. Like, wait, yeah, it was like 2 days. And I'm like, man, like what? So I know, I don't know. I like it though, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't want to like my biggest thing is wasting time. And I just feel, I'm like, okay, if you guys are really getting something from it, then I can keep doing it. But if you're not really getting anything really significant from the live streams, I'm like, I don't think I need to be doing it so much, right? Because I'm doing it for you guys, especially on this channel. Anything I do on this channel is like, you know, I'm doing it. We have a small group here, so we're just chilling. You know, so I'm doing it for you guys, coming on, just having this community going where you guys can talk. You can call in if you want. If you want to call in even now, the link is there in the description down below, or to the right or above, depending. But yeah, but I don't know, man. So I'm still like, you know, I was talking to you guys about this a few days ago, because one thing I was thinking about was doing it earlier in the day. Well, because when I do it at 10, and sometimes I come on later than 10. So if it's earlier in the morning for me, like maybe 8 o'clock, that's good. You know, hop on for an hour, hop off, you know, get busy. But like 10 o'clock might be a bit too late for me. And then I don't know. This is one of those things, man. It's one of those things. It's like live streaming overall. I enjoy live streaming, right? So you guys know when I come on, like for instance, outdoors live streams, I like doing that. It's cool. It's chill. I don't mind. I'm super relaxed when I do live streams. Like I don't think about many things, you know, in terms of like, oh, it's live. I'm not nervous. I'm like, I'm used to it. So I could do a live stream and we go out, we do whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm going out, I'm going around. Like, is this really adding value? I always think about that. I don't know, for some reason, like this, like Luke is saying it, like, I know he's talking about maybe some topics I've spoken about before, but those things are close to me, right? And one thing I strive to do, and not everyone is for it, I strive to be myself. And as I said before, you get the whole package. So, you know, being the person behind this platform, for instance, it came from like this mind. So there's a lot of things in this mind, for instance, and it's like just the way I think and the way I see the world is one of the reasons why I do things the way I do it. So you can't expect to extract one part of myself and expect to get the same thing, the same heart and passion behind what I'm doing, because I'm a totality of all my experiences. Like the way I think, that's the way it is, right? So if it was someone else, it would of course feel different, probably. It would clearly be different, because I wouldn't have my twist. I wouldn't have like my whatever it is that I contribute to, like what I'm doing. That's just the way life is. So yeah, so pretty much there are things that I'll talk about that are really close to me, and I like talking about it because I think it's important. But I want to make sure that it's making sense, right? And the reason why I'm doing this, I don't have to do this, but the reason why I'm talking about all these things now with the new schedule, etc., is because I'm bringing you guys into the thought process, because I like doing it, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm investing time. You know, you guys are investing time to watch this as well. Are you guys really enjoying it? Am I really helping someone in some way, shape, or form? You know, like, are we? So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, what are we doing here? Like, is it really, you know, this, because the whole thing behind this live stream came about with me in my mind thinking about outdoors, right? A more relaxed vibe versus, the interview sometimes, are very like, there's a different level. So that was a mindset set. And of course, with COVID-19, you can't really do much outside, even though Japan is slowly opening up and stuff like that. There's still a limitation or a limit as it relates to what you can do. But that's the main reason for this live stream. It wasn't this channel. I never started this channel to really just discuss alone, but we can discuss as well. It's fine. It's a way to talk with you guys. You guys can talk, but primarily outdoor adventures, right? Outdoor adventures for sure. Let's see. Bagman said, I like the death and life conversations, and many people love it too. Look at shows like Rick and Morty are all about that philosophy. The philosophy of life and death and contemplation of nothingness / nihilism. Earl, it's your property, my brother. Do whatever you feel works for you and is best for your family. No, it's fine. I understand that. I understand very well. But at the same time, I want you guys to chime into the discussion. But I know that people usually would just go with the flow, and sometimes people just rather just chill and just not say anything. So I get that as well. So I know I won't be able to extract much data from you guys because most people will just not say things. So I know at the end of the day, I got to go with what I deem best, right? But still, I'm still giving it a shot to see what you guys think about it. So Terry said you could do a live Q&A where you have us call in and ask the questions, as well as speak 5 to 10 minutes about ourselves, as why we chose your channel, etc. Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's cool. But someone might be like, "Oh, you want to talk about the channel?" Well, yeah, definitely. You guys usually call in and tell us, like, what you like about it, which is cool. I appreciate that. Bagmani live stream every day. Motivation doesn't take a break, nor does good mental health discussions, and Black folks need both for sure. Is Japan in a recession now? So Luke, I guess you saw the I was watching this news broadcast today about, like, they're saying Japan is potentially going to enter a recession. They're talking about that, but apparently they're saying we need to wait a little bit more to see in terms of the data, because people are not spending as much. But you understand it's the same all across the world. But I saw the news story. I never went deep into it, so I guess you might have seen the same news story as well. So if we're going to talk about that, of course, I'm not like in a position to speak about that because I haven't really like looked into it much to get any data to add any value to you in that regard. But they're discussing that. Hopefully that's not the case. But let's see what happens, right? I'll definitely dive into it because I saw that. I think it was it breaking news? I saw it like on YouTube, like just before it came on. So I need to look into it. Earl, when you do it earlier, I'll be sleeping and I don't look nor sound good when I'm half asleep. Frank, hello everyone. I'm from Brazil. How you doing? Bagman said, open source information, brethren, or brethren. If it don't make sense to them now, it will make sense and be helpful to someone later when they are ready for it. Oh, Bagman is like, do it, man. Keep going. Earl White, this show is a great mental health exercise for us all during the pandemic madness. Great daily therapy. Yeah. Maybe the thing is, like, once I start talking and stuff and I'm going into it, like, it's when it comes to following the time and stuff, like, you can't depend on me to follow the time because I'm just like, snap, I gotta go. Like, I'll be watching the time, I know I have something to do at a certain time, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta end at this time, and then I end up going over it, and then I gotta rush. But yeah. But I like doing it though. Luke, what about interviewing Black people in Japan about how COVID-19 is affecting them as an individual or their business? Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I've thought about that too. But doing it live, maybe, maybe not. We could do it live. Um, but it's not the thing is it's not a matter of it's not a shortage of ideas. Like I'm always thinking. I always have different things, like going on behind the scenes. But it's not a matter. That's not what it is. There's no shortage of that at all. It's more so the live. I'm talking about the live stream primarily. Like it's not what can I do on the live. I can do a ton of things on the live. It's just like, do you guys find these lives valuable, useful? Do you like it? What do you think? What would you want to see? Like someone chimed in. Was it Luke? I think you chimed in that, oh, you don't want these type of philosophical talk or whatever, but that's a big part of who I am. So you're gonna get it. There's no way, no possible way that we're gonna have a talk and I don't put that in it. It's who I am, and I embrace it fully. And it has brought me this far. And I've been through many things in my life. So my mindset, I know it works. So it doesn't really matter what people think about it. Like I've been through a lot, I've done quite a bit. And it's because of the way my mind is. So that ain't changing for nobody. Um, but yeah, but not that, but what maybe would you guys want to see in terms of the live streams going forward? Then maybe I can say, okay, maybe people are getting something from it. I can probably do it. And then we can figure that part out. Because one thing I'm thinking of doing though, if I do once per week, I was actually thinking of during this period to do live interviews. So that would be I'm thinking definitely 1 day per week. So with the live streams, the live interviews would actually be once per week at least, right? So that's why even though I'm leaning more towards 1 day per week, I don't want you guys to get too used to once per week, because once I'm able to travel and once I'm able to go outdoors really and live stream without people staring at me and looking at me like, okay, what is this guy doing? I want to make sure that I can do that as well. So maybe I'll have 2 days. So one is more really, really casual, and then one where we have like someone on or some people on and we can have a chat. So I'm thinking about, so maybe I'll do 2 days. So like Thursday and Friday and Sunday. So Earl said, it tastes way better than alcohol and smells much better than Lake Ontario in the summer. Wait, what are you talking about? Huh? Okay, I am so lost. I am so lost. So Backman said, agreed, Earl. I'm surrounded by non-black folks all day. This stream helps me connect with my people who aren't my direct family or close friends. Motivates me every morning here with what you're doing. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I understand. There was I released a clip, when was it, yesterday, about and I think that's about knowing who you are in the midst of living in a homogenous society. And that's actually pretty, I think that was what the guy brought up in that interview that I did, was something that's really important as well. So I guess I do understand it's important to have a daily dose, a reminder of who you are, and I spoke about my daughter before. And even like that, even though like she lives with us, when she goes out to school, that's, of course, she's the only foreigner in the entire school. And it's important for even her, for there to be a reinforcement of who she is, of her roots and all that good stuff, to keep that, that fire burning, so to speak. So I guess there's that value of touching base on a regular basis with you guys as well. Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Good day, everyone. Ranzo, I really enjoyed the special guests you've had on the live. So I schedule weekly guests. It would be cool to have a chance to have Q&A with the guests for a deeper insight. Cross Harmonics. Evening, folks. Where am I? Hope everyone is having a good day. Good one. Mina, how you doing? So for those of you guys who just joined, we're thinking about a new schedule, once per week, twice per week, actually, Sunday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Japan Standard Time. That's what we're thinking about. Soot, yes, that would be good. Um, so Earl said, to be serious for a second, this show has broken huge ground, and it's my belief has forced many folks to examine their place in the struggle, and it has encouraged some folks on here to step up. Interesting. The live streams, that's cool. Yeah, live interviews would be great. Bagman said, "Gotta keep going, bro. There are gonna be great hype shows and shows that are a bit slower. Good or bad show is too simplistic logic. Church is planned out, but even that is hit or miss for value added. Um, it's not. It's not a matter. I'm not. It's not like it's not a matter of like giving up or whatever. It's nothing like that, right? It's not like that. It's just like I'm just thinking, I like doing this, of course. And when I come on, as you guys know, I have really long goodbyes. I tend to come on and stay on for a very long period of time. I enjoy it. Y'all know I can talk, right? Y'all know like Ranzo the long-winded, and some people call me a rambler. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me, because as I said before, results speak. Results is all that matters, right? So I don't know, like I could still do it. As I said before, like I'm the person that determine what I do with my time, right? But I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know, man. But Bagman is the only one that's really saying, yes, keep going, do it because you like it. Most people seem okay with me limiting the live stream. Truth hearers, the only issue I have with your live show is that you're trying to increase your subscribers. However, you hide the numbers. Is there a reason why you are doing that? We're here to help you out. That's not even look. Honestly, look, bro, like, or I'm not sure if you're a woman or a man, but look, um, that's so minor. I know I talk about it, but it's so minor. Like, it's not even. It doesn't even matter. Like, right now, it does. At first, when I was asking about it was because the only reason was because I could go outdoors, right? I could go outside and do it. But I remembered, as I said to you guys, that I can use something else and stream outside or whatever. For some reason, it's not working properly the last time I did it. Not sure why. But that's honestly like on this channel, like I like this channel because I can be so chill on it. So right now that's not even a main goal. I'm almost at 1,000. I will get there. It's just the way it is. But yeah, it's fine. I'm not there yet. I'm still in the 800s if you want to know. But that's actually I say it still just to say it, because even if you guys realize, even in my interviews that I do, like on the main channel, I don't even ask for subscribers. I don't even say, hey, remember to subscribe in the beginning. At the end, you hear it. Like when most people, I don't know how many people watch the videos to the end because they're so long. So like in the beginning, I don't even say that. Someone was commenting like, you need to remind us to subscribe and stuff. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should. So maybe I'll start doing that in the interviews in the beginning, so you guys know to subscribe. But it's no big deal really, actually. So hey, on this channel. Let's see what else. Why do you not study martial arts? Mina said learning a new language. Truth said if you hide your numbers, you're actually stunting your growth. I see. Yeah, continue doing the live, brother, and one interview a week is enough. Well, martial arts, I actually, okay, so I did. Look, everything is about time. That's the thing. Like everything is about time. You understand? I would love to do it, to actually do a martial art. I'm not lying. Like, I was thinking about jiu-jitsu at one point. I went a few times and I found it cool, even though I wasn't sure how I felt about grappling continually, like the grappling aspect of it. Because I was thinking like in real life, like you don't really grapple that much, right? Like I guess there are benefits, of course, like transferable skills. If you have, let's just say, a real life altercation or something like that. Um, so I was thinking, I'm still, I guess, thinking about it, but it was more so the commitment of like going to this thing that I was like, I don't know. So that's why. But it's still something I'm interested in doing, actually, finding a martial art that suits me, and that I could actually use and then pursue that. So let's see. So Earl said the entity is a serious movement for developing revolutionary thought, and also for us as a people to talk frankly with each other regarding these issues that we're all experiencing as a collective. Tavado, what's that sound? Might be the whoa. Tavado said, "Hope I'm not too late to the live. Hello, BEJ family. Not too late. I'm not leaving just yet." Terry, I totally enjoyed the live interviews, especially where you guys are engaging in brunch or something during the interviewing. Brunch? We haven't really. Oh, are you talking about the one in that was a different one. The one in Singapore when we had we were in Singapore and we were out in the nighttime. That was pretty cool though. We went to this Chinese spot and we had I can't remember, we had some, yeah, we had some like some type of chicken thing, barbecue chicken and some other stuff. That was actually pretty good. But look, they were giving us the eye. The in Singapore, it's like you don't really see people live streaming or filming and stuff. It's like a weird thing. So when you do it, you get so like people stare at you like crazy. It's not like okay, it's not like in other countries. Like if you live stream in Singapore or you film, like you get so many, like so many eyeballs. And that's why a lot of people they're vlogging, most people like are really, nervous when they vlog, right? Because you're vlogging and then people are watching you. So you gotta have some balls, right? You gotta be like fearless to just take out your camera and just start talking to it. But in Singapore, like these ladies at the Chinese restaurant were giving us death stares, but it was cool, right? I don't mind eating on camera. I've done it many times. So that was cool. That's kind of cool, but that's more in person, right? So it's not like we can do it on the live unless I'm eating here and someone is eating somewhere else. Mina is like, keep the live. I love it. James had a great show, very informed. Earl, Ranzo, think about it. Wait. Where am I? Wait. Ranzo, think about it. When the situation was taking place in China, you were live helping our brothers and sisters. Yeah, that one was yeah, that reached a lot of people. Truth Healer said, I think your show is wonderful and the topics are great and the work you do is good. Show your subscribers count is especially in these early stages, your numbers will grow. Okay, Guru. Okay, Sensei. It doesn't really matter to me. Let's see. Tavado said, dude, Ranzo, if you ever decide to do martial arts, I recommend Jiu-Jitsu 1000%. It will literally change your life. Really? I actually know some people. I've interviewed a practitioner. It's like one of is a really, really good jiu-jitsu practitioner in Tokyo as well. Guy is tall. Man is like I don't know, like I think I'm tall, but dude is like way taller than I am. Anyways. I think it's like what 6'6". I think it's 6'6". Yeah, 6'6". Cross Harmonics. These live shows are great to look forward to it. Man, you guys are making me rethink the new schedule. Truth here is not. That's not the case. Far from the truth. Earl Ranzo, your show is revolutionary, a revolutionary movement, and it can't be stopped. And I guarantee it, it is getting better and better. Please stay the course. Our people need this eyes wide open. Look at that. So kind. These kind words, man. Kind words. Okay. Okay. what I might do then is, if I keep doing it daily, I'm gonna change the time. I want to make it earlier in the day for me. And I guess over time, hopefully you guys can make it. Um, so let's see, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Let's bring it back. Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. I'm okay. If I go daily tomorrow, I might come on at 10. Can't do 8 tomorrow, and then I'll start doing 8 o'clock going forward. I'm pretty sure it might be late or too early for you guys. I'm not sure, but let's see. Because I got to do it earlier, man. Like, even though I get up like super early, like, yeah, I need that. Yeah, I don't want to use so much of the like 10 to whatever time. So the earlier, maybe 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, maybe at the latest, or 8 to 9. And if it's like we're having too much fun, then we might push it beyond 9 o'clock. Cap it at 10. But that's pretty much it. So maybe tomorrow, I'll come back on again at 10, I guess, and then we'll see what happens. I would miss the show, period. Yeah. It's funny, man. It's funny because I used to, as I said before, I used to do like live streams somewhere else. And then people, even to this day, I haven't done live streams like in a long time in that place. Like, I don't know how long it was. And people are still like, oh, we missed the live streams, right? But the thing about live streaming is that, I guess, at least for me, um, you get to see someone. Well, at least for me, I can't speak for any other people, but at least for me, like, you get me as I am, right? Like, just the way you just get Ranzo as Ranzo. It's not, and I understand that sometimes it's better to, like, be super like professional all the time, because the thing is, I understand these things very well. But at the same time, I'm like, I just do my thing, because whatever you put forth, that's, you are giving people data. So you put forth yourself in a certain light, and then people, they receive that and they form an image of you based on what you present to the world. So one way of controlling that narrative of yourself, or the image that people have, is only to give them the information that you want them to form an opinion with. But for me, so people usually control their image, right? And that's why you have publicists, and you have all these different people, that most famous people. I'm not saying I'm famous. I don't think I am. People, I think maybe I'm popular a little bit, but just people like public facing people overall. They're really, 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 really careful with stuff like that. But for me, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just like a free spirit. Maybe that might not be the right term, but I just put myself out there, like, as I am, for the most part. But people still misunderstand that, like, because there's still, like, I guess, different elements of me, that's unbeknown, like the public doesn't know about or whatever. But still, when I come on, I don't put up a facade of myself. I just be on the live streams, and I guess, yeah, I don't know. I feel better doing that versus, I don't know. I can't be a pretender or whatever. I don't know. It's not my style. But it might be helpful if I put up a facade. What do you guys think? Should I put up a facade? Should I put up a facade? Of course not. Um, I truly enjoy the daily. However, the choice is yours. Hello from Arizona. Love your show. Janice. Hey, what's up, Janice? How you doing? Luke. Why did you leave Jamaica? Ranzo. Why did I leave Jamaica? I guess good question. Good question. Why did I leave Jamaica? I've actually never thought about that. I'll come back to you with that with that question. That's actually a good question. That's actually a really good question. Cross harmonics, 8 p.m. JST is like 7 p.m. No, 8 a.m. Earl Ranzo, I've got only one wish. Could you please consider starting the new schedule next week? Please, my brother. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm not. Maybe I could do that. I could do that for you. Maybe I could start on Sunday. Always wear the BEJ thinking cap, I guess. Look, I took this thing off yesterday. I took it off yesterday. And I think people are like, oh, where's a hat? Where's a hat? Where's a hat? So maybe I'll wear it all the time. And maybe I'll have like I don't know, do you guys wear hats? I could do a giveaway. Because we have these. We don't have it on the store yet. But maybe if you guys want, could maybe do a giveaway and then maybe sell some of them if you guys want to wear some. I don't know. They're pretty cool, I think. Kind of ish. Even though my head is kind of big, so I don't know. I'm not a hat wearer usually, but whatever. Is it lean? Probably lean. Now look at that. And it's whatever. Rhymes of the 1970s is done. There aren't any more free spirit nor flower children left. Yeah. Yeah, I guess yes, I think that's what I said. I might use that wrong, but I just be. Yes, Ranzo, I have somewhat a hands-on understanding of what you influencers go through. Oh my God, influencers. No one has ever called me an influencer before. To bring us good entertainment, and I encourage everyone to experience it for themselves. I appreciate it more. Yeah, I guess people don't understand really like how much work is involved. That's definitely something that I think I guess it really depends on what you do, but there's definitely way more work involved than people think. Way more. And when you do it, you respect and understand more. But yeah. Yep. I'm still waiting for my cat, but I'm not complaining. I think it would also be good if when you do the live streams, you choose 2 or 3 topics that you use as guidelines, and then you can venture off. However, it keeps the people coming back to 4 topics. Indy understand, yeah, I know that's a big part of it. But as I know that's a big part of it. And I understand how this works, like pretty well actually. But I'm Ranzo, and I usually just do whatever I want. I come on, and I want this process with the live streams to be as effortless as possible, and very, very natural. And when I come on, sometimes I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go on. We just have a chat, and then I just hop off. Is the cost of living in Tokyo expensive? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, let's talk about that briefly, shall we? Okay, so this is one thing. Should I make a video about this? Maybe I should. Should I make a video? I might talk about it in a video. But there's one thing that people don't talk about. Okay. So people talk about, okay, let me get into it. Oh, am I going to get into this one? Should I get into this? I don't even know. So when you move to Tokyo, right? For a lot of people, they talk about how expensive the initial move is. Some people are fortunate, right? This thing's bugging me. My OCD self. Oh God, is it? Are we good? So people talk about the how expensive it is to move to Tokyo initially, but it depends if you get a job, maybe as a teacher, and the school has like accommodation for you prepared already, then it's a lot cheaper. It's easier for you. You're lucky if you find yourself in that circumstance. But it really depends on I guess the condition of the place, if you like it, if the size is okay, etc. But if you got to do it yourself, the rental system within Japan, in Tokyo, let me talk about Tokyo, differs, man, greatly from what you're used to, maybe where you are. If you're in the West, I'm talking about that primarily because I've rented in the West before. It's different, right? For instance, you're moving in, you guys might, I've heard about key money. You hear about, deposits, all these things that you got to pay, money that you don't get back, even when you're renewing your lease, you got to give the landlord like 2 months rent. And that extra month's rent is not even a deposit. It's just you're just giving them to say, listen, thou holy one, Thank you for allowing me to live in your place. Here's an additional $1,000 or whatever the price is. And I really do have a problem with that. I'm like, really? I'm really giving someone money just to live, and yeah, I've already paid you. So the initial cost is usually significant because sometimes you give them a few months rent in advance. Might be one, might be, if you're lucky, maybe one. If you're lucky, so maybe 1, 2, 3 months rent, anywhere from 1 to 3, maybe more. That's just the rent, and then you have deposit, which is like a month's rent as well. And then you have key money, which is like a month's rent as well. And then, of course, you got to pay fire insurance. You got to pay guarantor's fee. So that can really like run you up. But the good thing is, some places have different requirements, right? So you can go to a spot where you can talk to your realtor or your real estate agent and say, look, I want to find a place where I don't have to pay any key money or pay a deposit or whatever, and they can search until they find such a place. And some places use that to advertise, to be more attractive to potential tenants. Now, so that's one, right? So you do that, you go to a place is unfurnished, of course, you got to buy everything. So you already have the cost of moving into the place, and then you got to find furniture, right? So if you ain't got no money, you're screwed. And one of the best ways, I guess, to reduce the amount of money you spend your expenditure is to go to secondhand stores, used shops, and buy, like for me primarily, I just buy like furniture is there, like appliances, maybe like some appliances you can buy a stove there, you can buy maybe a refrigerator there, you can buy maybe like a couch, sofa, desks, tables, dining set, whatever. You can buy stuff like that, and so the prices are pretty decent. Sometimes it really depends. Sometimes the prices are not all that great. And the next thing with those places too is that when you sell when you're selling stuff back to them, and these people are so like cheap, they would buy something for like dollars, man. It's crazy. But one thing that people don't talk about is this: when you move and you relocate from a place, right, it's even way more expensive than when you moved in. Because when you move into a place, you're thinking about only the fees to move in, right? So you're thinking about all the things I described before. When you're moving out, that same fee applies because you're moving to a brand new place. Same procedure. You need a guarantor. You need, depending on first and last month's rent, maybe, or like 2 months, between 1 and 3 months rent. You still need that fire insurance. You still need key money if it's a requirement. You need all these things. Then now you have furniture, so you gotta find the moving service, so you gotta pay for that. And then so you're paying all that, all right? Then you gotta pay fees when you're leaving your old place, which is just kind of crazy because you gotta pay cleaning fee, which I think is kind of nuts. You gotta pay. So remember, so this is in addition to the new place. So I guess most people might just live in one place forever or as long as possible, because if you're living somewhere, try to live there as long as possible. But if you got to renew your lease, you have to pay, give them a 3 months rent to say, hey, here's another $1,000 or whatever it is that you're paying. And you say, just take this money, go treat yourself, go to the spa, do something nice for yourself, man. Go, listen, man, this is free money. I picked it off the tree. I plucked it off the tree last night, and I just felt like giving this to you. Go treat yourself, please. In addition to all I'm paying you, go treat yourself. So you're moving. So cleaning fee, you got to pay that because they got to clean the place. Then they come into the place and they assess everything, right? And you've been there for however long you've been there, and they're looking at the place and they're writing these things. And then they give you a massive bill, 6 figures in Japanese yen, a massive bill. And just like, they give you a massive bill that you have to pay, based on I guess wear and tear, which is just kind of crazy. So you pay for like wear and tear, and then you pay for what do you call it? Cleaning fee, which, like, from what I've heard, can run you up to like even $4,000, man, like some crazy amount of money that you think about. So it's almost, you're looking at like double. So when you're moving from a place, if you're moving within Japan, you're looking at paying what you pay initially, the usual startup, like, like money that you need, initial fee, capital. And then you're looking at the departure fee, which comprises the wear and tear fee, because they're looking at it, they come in and they investigate and they tell you how much you got to pay. And then you pay the cleaning fee, which is like I don't know, can be close to $1,000. Ridiculous. So you're looking at like a ton of money. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that. And the thing is, I'm like, so the rental system in Japan, and I guess in some places across Asia, it's not only Japan. I know Korea also is kind of crazy too. It's and China too. But it's not, maybe not widespread. I think it's crazy but it's a different system, and we have to accept that. I'm not sure why it's like this. Because in the West, you understand if something goes wrong. And next thing too, if something goes wrong in your apartment in the West, for instance, the landlord takes care of it, right? You're paying their money, so they fix something if something is wrong. Like I remember, we had this thing with a pipe. We had to pay for it. It cost us like hundreds of dollars. They're like, well, you got to pay for it. So anything that you need in the apartment, I don't know if this is right across the board. It might just be the management company. It might just be the apartment. I don't even know. But we had to pay for anything that went wrong. We paid for it ourselves. We fixed it for ourselves. And most things, like usually in Tokyo, I feel like it's overpriced. You're fixing a little thing. It's like, oh, $500. What? So a major difference is in the West, while the landlord fixes whatever it is that needs to be fixed, in Japan, you handle that. They don't fix anything, right? If something is wrong, you fix it. And when you're leaving, you're paying for the place to be cleaned. You're paying for the place to be refreshed. So these landlords, all they do is, they receive the rent. They probably pay mortgage, different taxes, and they bathe in copious amounts of money. So, if you want to make money in Japan, be a landlord. And that's what I'm thinking. These landlords are caking, okay? Because they don't pay for anything. You pay for everything. So in addition to your rent for your 5-10 years of living, you also have to pay to fix up the place for the incoming tenant. So the landlord ain't spend no money. I'm just like, yeah, so prepare for that. If you do move to Japan and you want to move from that apartment to somewhere else, it's going to be almost twice as expensive as moving inside. So bear that in mind, because they will slap you with a bill that will make your head spin 10 times, and potentially it might fall off. So yeah. Yeah, so that's something that most people don't. I've never heard anyone talk about this ever. So bear that in mind. But most people, I guess, will live in one place and they won't move. So if you don't move, then you should be fine, right? But if you're gonna move, just prepare to spend like, I don't know, close to $1 million, or maybe I don't know, how much is that? Like 10 grand, maybe thereabout or something. Yeah, so that's it's kind of crazy, but that's one thing about Japan. I'm just like, man, I don't get it, but it's the way they do it, man. I'm just like, y'all are just, I can't. So is Tokyo expensive? When it comes down to real estate and moving and stuff like that, it can be hella expensive, hella expensive. Okay, what else? That's one. You guys already know about fruits and stuff, and you spend more money for less, right? So you spend more money for less, and it might be hard for you to get used to that, right? So you're spending more money for less. So the quantity, like especially for food items, you're getting a little bit for a lot of money. And if you think about in the West, you can spend a few dollars and you get like some massive thing. You buy rice for like $10. You get like 10 kg or whatever that is, a big thing. The money I used to spend in Canada with my family, in Japan, I don't know how much more. I gotta ask my wife. I don't know. Maybe it's 50% more we're spending for it, a lot less, right? So you got to go out and buy more stuff. But you get by. I think it is more expensive. Some things are just more expensive, and you just got to deal with it. But all things considered, you get used to living in the country. I think people make enough money to survive. So if you have a job here, I think it's not that bad. So so it kind of balances itself out. But like moving and stuff like that, I think that's still really, really high. And you gotta like maybe have some savings or have some extra money or whatever to help you out with that part. But generally speaking, like having a car, for instance, is another thing that's expensive. You got to pay for like parking. And I remember I parked at a spot for literally, when was it? One day I spent like $20 in parking, right? Because I parked at one spot. I paid 1,000 N, and then I parked it. I don't know. So it's like 1 hour is like $10. I think that's crazy. And then another place, I spend $10 again. Well, 9.90, but like 10, just say $10, right? Like just to park, just literally like under an hour, 1 hour. So like there are different things in Tokyo that can be expensive. But I feel like if you live here for a while and you're working, I guess it's still expensive when you compare to where you're from, but you can get by. But you can't avoid the real estate thing, man, unless you get a super cheap place, and you try to avoid key money and deposits, and yeah, things in Japan are just more expensive. But I think if you work, you should be okay. But I guess you won't have much, what do you call it, disposable income, right? So it's almost like usually it's either you're gonna save money or you're gonna spend it and do stuff after you've spent money and all the bills you have to pay and all these things. Yeah. But let's see. Parking is ridiculous. Let's not even talk about parking, please. Let's not talk about parking, shall we? Let's not talk about it. Let's see. Where are we? Make a video. I like how the conversation can go anywhere and return after a bit. It's good. Truth, no facade is needed. We like you the way you are. That's what makes you unique. Aww. Tyrone, holla back. How you doing, Tyrone? Renzo, you did cover that subject matter in countless previous interviews prior. First and last month's rent with a generous gift, right? Come try this in Toronto and you'll see. Yeah, that would never work in Toronto. So yeah. How small is the average place in Japan, though? I'm from New York, so I'm not moving all the way to Asia to pay a lot of money for something the size of a closet. I can stay in NY for that. Trust me, you will come to Japan and you will get a matchbox. You can fit maybe your big toe and two sticks of matches or match inside that thing, and you're paying like $1,000. Listen, the sizes in Japan, but you can't, like, for instance, for myself, like I have a family, right? So I can't live in a matchbox, right? But if you're a single person, maybe you can fit in a matchbox, right? Maybe it's not that bad, I guess, if you're by yourself. But if you have a family, then it's another story, because you gotta take that into consideration when you're doing anything. But I know people who live in like really small places, and it's just, the thing is, it depends, because if you want to live at a certain place that's close to, where everything is happening, in central Tokyo, then of course there's a premium, right? So if you are living in a spacious spot, you're going to pay some ridiculous amount of money. Listen, just go online and search, just Google and search for rent in like central Tokyo. You see some crazy, look, there are people who are paying like, I don't know them personally, that are paying like close to $1 million N per month, like 400,000. I'm just like, there might be some CEOs or something. I don't even know. You see some places that they have in the market. I'm just like, who live in these places, right? In Roppongi, some of those places, and just different places. But yeah, you will find Matchbox for some ridiculous prices. No joke. Just one thing, a bedroom, a kitchen, bathroom, 1,005, right? Damn, there's some greedy in Japan real estate with these fees. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Earl, that's highway robbery. Come try that. Okay, I saw that already. I'm glad I got a lot of friends there, so I don't have to think about stuff like that. It's just the way it is, yo. If you want to live, you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to deal with it. You can't. What are you gonna do? If I'm paying for it, I'm taking it with me. Yeah, it's not cool though. It's not cool, man. I don't know why they do it. I probably need to look into it because I'm like, it might, I don't know. I guess it's just the way the society is. It's just, to be very respectful and you're pretty much honoring your landlord because they never had to rent to you, right? So I guess it's just to tell them, thank you so much, thou, lofty one, like here's some free money, do whatever you want with it. But it does rub me the wrong way though, just to think about that. You got to pay for all that, and still, if something goes wrong in the apartment, you got to fix it. You got to pay for it, right? Especially if you've lived at a place for a while, you're like, oh, like, okay, I gotta like replace this thing, replace that thing. I know like in the West it's different. The landlord takes care of that, right? Because you pay them. So, but yeah, look. So if if you're in Japan, become a landlord. I'm pretty sure they pay fees and stuff like that, and taxes and all that good stuff, right? Like they got to pay all these things, but I'm pretty sure that the profit is pretty significant. Anyways, it's the way they do it here. And if you want to live here, you got to deal with it. But there are ways sometimes to get around certain things. As I said, some places don't require key money and deposits, so you can at least maybe save $2,000 or something. But yeah, everything else you got to deal with it. Lisa said, "Hi there. I love your what's this? I love your YouTube show. You and your family are so inspiring. I've lived in China for 6 years, but I really want to visit China. Wait, I've lived in China for 6 years, but I really want to visit China one day. Do you mean Japan? God willing, keep me informed. I love the show about the Black female child support lawyer from California. She was phenomenal. She's amazing indeed. Earl, what's this? Or should I say modern day slavery? What's this? Bagmani, you said it says more about the society in general than the landlords. The people have to be a certain mindset to accept stuff like this. Well, I think, let me not speak on it. I need more data. I need to talk to actual Japanese people just to understand. I was talking to my friend about it, and she's saying, look, it's just the way it is usually. It's just the way these things are, right? So, but I guess it would be cool to find out the root. But in Japan, you understand there's this hierarchy, just the way the society runs. So it's like, your boss, your senior siblings or your older siblings, your senior co-workers, and maybe even landlord is like a different status as well. You're the tenant, you're under them. So I guess there's a certain it's the same treatment, right? You're looking up. So anyone that you got to look up to, it's almost like you got to like, kind of thing, show that like reverence. So I guess it just trickles down to every single facet of society. But I'm just giving you guys that information just in case you guys, you're thinking of moving to Japan or something. You got to come with some money. But some people come without it. It's not mandatory. But if you want a smooth transition and less headache, it's good to be prepared and have like sufficient funds for that. So if you're thinking of coming here in a year from now would be the time to start saving as much as you can. And then bear in mind, if you plan to maybe go to a small place and then move to somewhere else, maybe more spacious or in a different area, then you need to make sure you save sufficient money so that when you're leaving, you can actually make the move. Because you might think, oh, okay, I need this for the new place. The old place is going to give you a bill that's going to be quite hefty as well. Indeed. Yeah, parking. Yeah, even in Toronto, parking is crazy. So blind guy, his wife, their life said, "This is why we need the lives for details on the legal landlord." Oh God, I wouldn't say that word. Is there a limitation / barrier for foreigners to buy Here in Virginia, the income is low compared to living expenses. Well, it depends. I guess a straight answer would be if you're not a permanent resident or a citizen in Japan, you can't buy real estate. But I'm pretty sure people have done it. I'm pretty sure it's possible. I've heard that. I need to like do more research on the matter, but I've heard that if you buy it cash, and I'm like, who has that amount of cash, to buy like a house in Japan, like outright, for at the price that they're going for, like, I don't know, like double digits in the millions, up there. But wait, what was it? But yet you do have places that refuse foreigners. I'm not gonna lie, you do. That's one thing that is real, and that's something that you won't experience. You won't experience this in the West, but look, people would just tell you straight up, man, in Japan, like, look, no foreigners allowed. Like, yeah, they won't even bat an eye. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't accept foreigners, right? So that's the thing. So you will find places here that you want to move into, and they will tell you, I'm sorry, man, we don't rent to foreigners, with a straight face. What are you gonna do about it? That would definitely rub. I'm pretty sure every Westerner the wrong way. I'm almost certain. Like, anyone tell you that, I'm sorry, no, don't rent to foreigners. So you'll run into that. That's one thing that you will definitely run into. Yeah. So brace yourself. It might not happen to you, but doing your search, you might find a few places where they will tell you that. So Terry said, oh my God, I am totally in agreement with you, Ranzo, about renting. I cannot stand to move in nor move out. I feel taken advantage of financially, and it is worse if the place don't seem up to par. In Toronto, real estate has dropped a bit because of this coronavirus pandemic, roughly in the ballpark of 30%. Oh, that's crazy. That's good. Listen, man, Earl, well, you probably have a place already, but I'm like, cop a place, man, because in Toronto, man, the rent in Toronto, if you're buying a house, like, I'm talking about like a matchbox, like $1 million strong, $1 million. Yeah. But that's the thing. But when you move out, like when you go to Brampton, for instance, or you go to Mississauga is expensive a little bit. Go to Brampton, for instance, you got some nice place, like massive houses, for maybe half that. So I don't know why people, but I guess everyone has their own preference. But I'm like, I'm not gonna live in no central city or no place where I'm paying a premium for like a really small spot when you can just drive a little bit, take the train a little bit, and you get like, a more spacious spot that you can fit both of your feet in it, right? For less money, or even for the same amount. Like Toronto, for instance, even though as much as I love downtown Toronto, man, I love that place. But my wife never wanted to live. She never wanted to live in downtown Toronto. But yeah, but downtown is lit, right? As they would say. Kedrin said, depends on the neighborhood. Like Inakashira. Okay. Earl, and folks in Asia haven't, what's this? Yeah, I've not seen anyone smoking weed. Oh, you know what? With the car scene in Tokyo, I actually, yeah, you do have maybe some people involved. Not on this channel, but I remember I went a few times during the night, because you got to go there. And I actually interviewed some people too, actually. So it was kind of cool. There was this guy, what was it? Well, I think he said what was his car in? I think his car was in like the movie Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift or something, but we went, it's not really legal what they do with the like drifting and stuff, depending where they're drifting. So I went out a few times trying to catch them, but I think I went 3 times. I caught them once. it was quite something, man. You got the cars on the road. It's not exactly like in the movie, like Tokyo Drift, but it's kind of like it. You have all these like exotic cars there, and they're rolling, playing the music and all that good stuff. You got people with the cars pulled up, trunk popped, or wherever. They have the speakers and stuff. Um, it's actually quite something to see, though. I remember I actually have a video. I might drop the link. I'll probably drop the link if you guys want to watch it. That I did the video. And so I was there interviewing these guys, and they're drifting, right? So they're drifting along the street, and I'm there interviewing them. Like these guys like had a lot of knowledge. They were here from like the beginning or whatever, like talking about the history of drifting in Japan and the way it came about, right? And while I'm in the midst of the interview, I just saw people like running, and but before they started running, they're like, "Oh, like police, right?" So like I found the police are coming. So everyone started like literally dispersed immediately. So like, I hopped in the car because I was beside the dude I was interviewing. His car was right beside us. So like we jumped into the car because I'm like, listen, I guess that's just what you do. And then they sped off, right? So the drifters, took off, and then the police started pursuing them. And then, we're driving as well. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. This is about to be a very interesting episode. So so the one thing that the guy did that was smart was a guy drove the speed limit, and the drifters like they just like sped off and they just drove, they just went. These guys were going through the stoplight, and the police never broke the light. The police actually stopped at the red light, so that's how the guys got away. Because they shouldn't be drifting on that road, right? So drifting in Japan is not really legal. I guess I think they have spots where you can go and do it, where you won't be bothered by the police. But that area, apparently, I guess you shouldn't be drifting there. So the police came, and usually they would come, and sometimes the police come before people start drifting, because drifting is like later, so like after midnight usually. So before the police come, so before the drifting starts, sometimes the police come into the parking lot and they tell everyone to leave, right? And then so you might go there to catch some drifters, but by the time when you go, police would come and they would drive around, and you see all the cars coming out now because everyone has to leave, right? So all the line of exotic vehicles driving out. It's quite something though, because I love cars. I mean, it's quite something to see. It's one of those things. The vibe, the energy there is pretty cool. But like if the police roll up, you gotta take away yourself, as I'm saying. You gotta go. But of course, I was just there watching and interviewing some people and thing. It was cool. If you guys want to watch the video, I can send it to you. But what happened was, one thing I did wrong though. I cut the camera right as the police came, so I should just kept filming. But I never did. I just the moment people started ducking, I'm like, oh snap! Like I ain't getting caught. Because even though I wasn't doing anything, I was just just a dude taking it in. But yeah, it was quite an experience nonetheless. It was one of those experiences. Asia might be what? What's this? Noruga. You had all sorts of cars there, man. Oh, what's this? Rent is really expensive in any major city. Here in Canada, my 1-bedroom, 600 square feet condo is being rented for $2,000. I was only asking for 1,500, but people kept bidding higher. Oh wow, yeah, in Toronto, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you want to move out of China and go back to another country, America, Jamaica, Africa, etc., can China stop you from leaving until you pay those fees? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Lisa, besides your social media platforms, what is your profession there in Japan? I don't believe that I've heard you say that before. I've done a video about that before. It's on the channel, Bag money. I'm trying to get on the level where my clients are are honoring me. um, Bag money. These Japanese landlords winning, blowout winning. Yeah, but sometimes like they might have to like pay like some crazy fees and taxes too. So you never know. Black folks in Asia need to. Blind guy, his wife, their life. Most people here have 2.5 jobs to pay bills and possibly enough for entertainment. With everyone home, people are saving on childcare, which is more than housing sometimes. Cinemas are extinct. Extinct now, yeah. It's crazy, right? Luke. For that question, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I look into it. Are there are there Japanese rastas in Japan? There are. They have them. Yep. 20 years ago. Yeah. Um. I don't know. Should I post the video? It's on the. I believe it's on the vlog channel, isn't it? I think that video is on the vlog channel. Well, let's see. I don't know if I still have it there. Okay, I'm gonna check the vlog channel. It should be there. I don't know. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see it. But I think we're gonna conclude there, guys. See, we've been on for 1 hour and 22 minutes. We've been on for again, that amount of time. But thanks for coming on, guys. It was cool, I guess. I hope this was kind of chill for you guys. The new schedule. So maybe I'll start that next week, Sunday, this coming Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. I guess I might come on still at 10 for the like tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and see what it's like. And maybe I'll solidify my decision between during that time. When it comes down to the frequency each week, you guys are saying, "Hey, do it, keep doing it." But let's see. I'll give it some more thought. So I got some feedback from you guys. Give it some more thought, and then we'll see what will happen. Until next time, bye for now. Jared, hello from Toronto, the east side, Scarborough. I used to live in Scarborough actually as well. Late to the chat today. Ranzo, I was busy educating myself as per the discussion yesterday. I got back in just in time to say goodnight. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you guys. It was fun, as usual. It was cool. Thanks for coming on. See you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. JST, Japan Standard Time. And Sunday, so Sunday we will see. Sunday we will come on at 8 o'clock my time, JST. Yeah, that's cool. But guys, until next time, I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.